na memo akwaba ha eye Adom TV na watwi dwumade ebraso na eye da memenda ofori sobo somene da etoso enum e wa fempemi enu ene aduonu numu edin amejeso ene abena pokoa hwenie na watwi dwumade ba wakwa memenda bia ebra na wochi abode kokosi senundu ebebo yedin komo efa oman Ghana eho de na watwi ni mu ebaye na ye kan ho asem de di mu akotene na ye san yi mu be sem yensa na ye sasi so biem ene enkomo a ye bedi e wo fie ha eye ensempi no atwagu na watwi ni mu obeka ya ukọ emrase bedwa fie bedwako a wo mu ehye ye bambo eho sem ene emu amanebo eso no ena eye ranking member Reverend Intim Fojo ede betu dwase ewiemu semienu bi ebegina ye e wo man Ghana wiam hyen egina bia ma obi ni mudwuma ebedi ye na bako ebedi nanu bako so bedi na dumiensa na emu no ene wo chese oman no ehia chimu die sawiemu sen no ebeyeye odi tumu sensusue mu no wo mu esusu sebia na eye enubone ho dwade bi na ekoso sabre no enye no konsanso eboso amasama na eyojefo bosom de to so enkro na national security ebeka so makoto enaka bese dumienu asika eni goodbye sibi egum na obisa se ho amanebo akosi sen esemi baye mampani eden krata betu Facebook echese wo mo ebeye hwehwemu wode asodie no ema institutions bia wo mo man mu a wo mo ehye bambon sem so na enumu amane na akosi sen Felix Kwatwofo so kasama banyi abekasa Reverend Tim Fojo eni adanside bia eye ensem kan bi keke ene wo kan bibia eni akire anopai yebedimu enkomo edan chenso a levies be semiensan bi abanye ye fi honum e-levy eka ho emission tax eka ho na betting tax na eno achi no asoafo mienu de ensusue bi ba se e wose sanitation levy eba esanso e wose e di sika be 10% bi eto fa won na wokoto no so na eno eboam yetim de kon ejasehye a ekoso Ghana ye bisasa ban na ye bie fi ho proposals a minister si edeba no abane di baye adwuma na se no so ho amane bo no ejina he ye bedi no so mu nkomo amawo die twato a ye be hwe na no payi eye global info analytics omu de survey abeto abonten chese Ghana fo emududo be se wo ha mu chichemu aduosiansia wo gidie se mampani John Dramani Mahama said the wobu mino and said the name Econo, or more GDS Bibia ebede good one on Mampani Guso enjoy. I bet to just say Oshema 2028, according to Global Info Analytics, no, or Mampani dad Mampani abede cheda da or 2 Frankama MPP. And now on Bessan Edna 2028, and no de ebimu esusuye, or Mosanso Chesa NDC no. Said the post no air Canada, not as a Professor Jenna na Upokwajiman, and on the 2028. Ye bedi sound common in an year because I too early as a savvy be to say a babontiana, my bedia for better say, ye near Bibecasa, it was zoom, na ya bubunina amwatia see. Medin, Eddie, abena pokua, when near Mamwachi beam, me basisia. Ayetwa so Adom TV na wo hya sempa 94.7 Jumadie live e wo hodom obetumi so atie na mekọ zoom tel na yakodi enkomo ukọ global info analytics wo mo intelligence penyi ba kwa beka se global intelligence wasanso security analyst center ho na owo na yene no ebedi enkomo samona na pia na yahye amania global info ediaba ene ensama hodoa edidi akire enye no kwebesa so ahwe security mu amane airport ewiemu sen details a Felix Kwatwofo so ede betudwa baabi a Reverend Tim Fojo oguso ejina orana napia memo ache. Okay, yani Dr. Eugene Hin ono senior research analyst e Global Info Analytics yene no eni enkomo Dr. Hin mache.
Mejemoso
yada se ene ebra wanyama yen anopai na yemfa enkomodie no ensese so a yehunu se mo de survey aba mo asa mo cover enuma bebre no a ba bia yedi kan agina eye Ghana for ha mo chiche maduosiansia ya wo mo esusue mu de omampani Mahama wo mo gidie se obeperforme na omo eni sode hunti a wode to abane mano no ayadwuma pepepe mayemisa ede na ehye kutupa ema sa survey mo de baye asembisa ben na mo de ema safo yi
that's it. Me share what here for na pay. Abrenia Global Info Analytics. Your core mountain so any timemfo se be omoto aba ekodi enkomo ehu omo adwen fa amambusam ho se oman ne ekoyie anase ekobone ya ye ni se ya abrenia abribia bosumu miensa bia ya fa ne quarterly basis your core mountain so ekodi nkita ho bi na ye de yewra John Dramani Mahama esi akondwa so no emze ne bosumu miensa ne nti na ye tu ye ho akumonten so ahwe na dwuma a wahye ase no se obo adwuma pa anase ninsa echi akobone eno na se ye kutupa ma ye to ye mbrante egu monten so ma ye wura Ghana fanan ba bia ene wono moto aba ekodi nkomo enipa etu ni omudi nkomo dodo no no mo ye over 8,000 ni omotwe nkomo free match bosume ne da etoso aduonu wotwe ekosi epo da edikan ena yekodi sankomo e ma ye hu senia Ghana fo adwenkyere ewo John Dramani Mahama amembu efa etoso no edikan no eko.
Okay, enti asembisa ben ena modema omanfo no usanse wo hyemu a ene sedia etie no 66% ewo soro pa. Enti edie na ye omani sodi hu no na omususu sesen na nyoma beko.
Ayebisa Ghana fo aye ne omudi nkomo ne se yora na John Dramani Mahama by bosumi enseni omuhwe direction of the country say no de no metoto a ekoyie anase enkoyie enum na 62% of voters won ye ne omudi nkomo no say Ghana ekoyie ye hwe afia betwem kono sabria ye komonten so ye ne Ghana fo di nkomo no na only 32% na say oman ekoyie nti ye compare to this time round na 62% see ekoyie na che say ni na say yera John Dramani Mahama na nhise bia oye no oman Ghana fo agye atum bia no ye bisa ne approval rate say omugini tum ne appointment bia o make ministerial appointment ne adwumen kai ode nipa akase etoto ano omugi tuma na so omunje ntum 66% of Ghanaians approve of what the president is doing 23% say omunje ntum 11% say omuni assembly aka anti ye hwe ne percentage rate 66% omuso omwaje atum na say so hwekra na otra wonya pass mark ye bisa ne performance say omun grade no excellent, good, very good, and a poor. 21% say Yera John Dramani Mahama Jumebi Oyebia very excellent. 55% say a good and very good. 9% say or average. Only 15% rated in poor and very poor. Miniaba say Obika say 52 are saying 55 are saying good and very good. 21 saying excellent, that adds up to about 76, plus extra 9, which is average, and so here amount average, and it is a 1 pass, it adds up to about 84, which makes it a good score for every candidate. The performance, 84%. Sabia, UCC grant wabo A. You call almost standard of living, send you 160 mutie. You be so much say, and to see, Busumi and Saproma sitting to saying 51% of Ghanaians says it has improved, 14% say it has worsened, 30% say it is the same, and 6% say they don't have any opinion. Yes, I hear say, Omosha Afibakwe don't win. Omosha, are they optimistic? Say, Nyoma Bessa, Ebekonim, and I Bessanechi. 66% of Ghanaians are saying, say, Omo GDA say, and you may be only 20% said, 66% optimistic that the standard of living will improve within the next 12 months. 20% says it will not improve, and 14% said they have no opinion. Yes, corruption perception score within a binary njuma aka ewo Ghana ye pese ye hu sebe adwuma Ghana fo hu se eye more corrupt the least corrupt ye hwe ye no the Ghana fo ka che say ye per adwuma ewo Ghana ye most corrupt by Ghana Police Service with a score of 6.43 out of 10. The second position, Ghana Immigration Service, 5.86 out of 10. The third one is the judiciary, which is 5.78. The third one means saying a decline, a ban of corruption, and someone, a decline of my Ghana. Yes, I call it, Echo beside say, almost share electoral commission. Omuji chairperson or electoral commission D. 10% of voters rated her performance as excellent. Out of the total population, 10%. And I'm say electoral commissioner or electoral commissioner as a body, excellent. 50% rated them good and very good. 23% rated average, and 17% said poor or very poor. And also my I registered kakra wo electoral commission adwuma sem no ho because se Ghana for gini tuma na chese bibi o meka bia no e da na kwen.
Okay.
Ye ko Galamsey sensema sebe aye poka wo Ghana ye ko bi se mu nsem kakra se ye wura John Dramani Mahama bae o mo hwe Galamsey sensema e ko so e ko yie ana se ko yie. 38% of Ghanaians are saying say Galamsey sensema tumpum. 10% say adin same. 44% say at the etenoa, say BMBM. 8% say omudi omuni hu asem ka. Ani ye di dum so ebetwem say ye hu say sisi aka na dunduma ba. And then no more ka fa ho. 20% of Ghanaians are saying say dum so aye west under John Mahama na ban mu. 34% say akonanim kakra. 40% say ensesa aye. And 6% say omuni hu asem ka. Many aba na de etwa to a ye de kofa ya sem mu ye flag bearers ensem a enche bi ebe ni 2028 enche ma ye ko besides say ye nim say ye MPP for enya dan 2028 omko akoyi candidate no abedi oman nanim abedi party nanim akokon etia party nkan na aka no nto mo hwemu a one of my muti ni one of minimum wo MPP party ni mu nya omumu hwan ena omo gidie wo ni mu se obebu man na ebekoyi amomo 48% of the voters say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 25% say Kennedy Ohene e Japan 13% say Dr. Yao Aseduchum and 14% ye party mpanimfo kan ya ka ni omo gidi se omo ba ebeyeye.
Okay.
Yeah. Yesa ko NDC mu ekobisa say yenim say Yewra John Dramani Mahama wo mfe 9. Na sanfe 9 na chi no ebekọ amobi aba. Nti omo gidi emu no hwan na yese oya Franka Tuni ma NDC political party no. Na eno no omo ka che say Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajeman oye current vice president onuna omote pene say eso otu franka ama Ghana with 26%. The Minister of Education Harry Drusu to me 19%. The Minister of Finance Atu Forsen also me 12%. Minister of Foreign Affairs Honorable Kujato Blackwater also 10%. Johnson Asiedun Ketia chairman of the party also 10%. Rollins Bas Zinato Ajiman Rollins 6%. And Chief of Staff Honorable Julius Debra, MC at 6%. And to me, about Pusu and Huma, not your common so no diagana for editor you could to join.
Mate, Obi, Ebebi Sase, Savia Modia Bay, and Yen Tamodo, 2025 battle corner ye, Abosumi and Sabosumi 91 a ray, and Kobiasa, na Modi Savia Beto or Eka, Diabesi 2028, and Yen Tamodo.
Agrobeda if you're napa. Inti yanso yemra na se bosumi ense bia na yebekọ monten so ne Ghana fo akodi nkomo na yehwe senia omembu ne ekọ tini epese yehwe Ghana fo adwen eye bosumi ense a yewura ebetena kondwe so senia o mekọ bone a omobehu ekọ papa a omobehu eno ti na ma ye to ye ngu mo antin so dimini aba me hu ni say aye ntem sa.
Okay. Na mayenhye MPP amanyoko no ene 2028 a possible leader or the party no ebeko asa akansi no according to survey amode abahide Dr. Baumia Egusoa elidi oma womaka no na omo kire nyina so nti yo mususu se Dr. Baumia na party no emfa no 2028 ana
de omo kan komo omo di ye wo fama ye te ne se sabia omo hwe Dr. Baumia ni ndwuma bi a odigugu akwan mu ene ne nyoma bi a na oya omo feel se so ba na omo hwe na ho odin na se obetumi aye dia oka ne nko ade na ebebo oman Ghana na omo hwe na dwuma ye nso a wabre sabia nti oman Ghana agi ne tum na obebu man na obedane oman na ni kakra amomo.
One other area surprising kakra ye NDC is say before survey ebe edin bebre na yetetia enamo current chief of staff ye regular zebra kwofo keka so obeba obe contest or presidential ambition Samson yatese Era Johnson asedo nketia or presidential ambition but survey amodia be kire say chief of staff Julius Zebra and current chairman NDC omoda to kra nipa according to the survey odi anim Professor Jenana Opokwajiman uyini fi hodomo a yewra Haruna Idrisu ewo ho na odi aba yewra ato forcing yewra kuje to ablakwa ase emabu no abesan empenyefo yedi katete wo mudi no ho mo bodi ni ma wo mo no mo select out of it anasa mo toma mo say o mo susu se hwan e na betumi adi party nanim e no mo bodi
your questionnaire dealing with names no normally yambodin.
Okay.
Ye bisao say after 2028 mo say ba say ye kotwa ba na ye yi Frank Atuni ama NDC political party why na ewo mu say o medi party nanim enti ye wodin bebre ewo ye machine so na ye san was someone else sebia ana say ye option obetumi kura bodin ma ya type ni bakrodin ade ahyem enti wo ankasa wo bodin na ya click ye machine so enti ye modin ye be to say a leading question ya bo obidin ye dikan bo obidin ama enti obi wo kura na onim obi na ye bodin Samuel Okudia to Ablokwa say di ni to ni tim edikan nko ade obeka say e bia me pesa nipa na obo ni dikan no but ye pesa wa obodin ma ye nti ye mbodin ma
wo share trend of said ya po no etie no a NDC mutitiw na megina ase muni mabundu do no a ene kasa ye anase age wise ne kate across
na emebunu no doson
na range ni eden
the other age group
age range na eden
ye age bracket na ye hu say emebunu for me 18 to 24 years no 9% of the total population sample size no mukasai 25 to 34 30% 35 to 44 36% 45 to 54 18% 55 to 64 6% and 65 and above 1%.
Okay. Na mwankasa mo ye survey ni wieye enra mene Mussa Dankwah etwetwe nkomo na okasa obaye surprise kakra say 2028 babu enye leader se babu anye leader ewo NDC amanyoko mo obaye surprise wo share the same ideology same one amaye adwuma no wo share the current selection and appointment o mampani Mahama aye mo envisage ye wo mo se betumi asesa sababu betumi lead party no 2028
some your projections say likely over 80% likely say bebu bi betumi lead party nanim come 2028 wo NDC because we mebu din apiepiem ene omomodin omobo e wo party ni ma ye nya ehwe anim say modin bo no to aso kọ soro kese a etumi page omo edru level bi a nya obi na bepia omatiko aka say asomafia na obente na ese yede ni tu Frank ama NDC political party nti omomodin bo a sisi omugina so bo no e na be kire omadwuma omobaye dache bi ba ye nya prese bebunu bi ba beteki party no coming 2028
Mate Dr. Hen said the waboy amane se abosome miensa bia no mode post beba na yebehwe manim na yahye se trend ai de we etu hoyi de beba na yede toto ho a ensakra ye bi beba anasa bekoso agina ba bi agina se obetumi agina so mame anka mani beje na afi me mama bedwafo wo studio akwaba na enkobotwetwe no yemfa enhyehyɛ so Nana Kwadwo aje yeboa dodo na feda na K oye MPP communication team member national nana Martin.
Yeah, me about him.
It is saying.
Abana na the sparkle pa.
It is saying.
It is the always we.
Na ke we tete we wa. Nana K ayeka do ha na bibia ye boko system no mu te saying.
Oh, nyame adom no mpaibo. Ye ne mu.
Ye de rade ase. Na Harrison Kwadwo aba aye NDC national communication team member Harrison Martin. It is saying. Bibia ye boko. Mate mabedwafo amene omo ebedi nkoba no pay eno no nti ye be hyase e wo global info analytics wo mo survey ya wo de abeto abonten de di kan ye be fa afri ye presidential candidate 2028 survey HSA ye possible so beba na se wo hwemu a enra me koti Mussa Dankwah o se pay information okita no enya dia professor Jenana Opokwajiman e wo interest bia so be contest ewo sa presidential race no it is any sama wakan if anything to go by there nature say ye professor esi nchen a oma ka no ye wo ye rahari na idrisum won na ye keso ye oswafo a wo hwenwumasua ho sem so ye wo Dr. Kasia to forcing ono swafo so man si kasem so ene ye wo ye rakuje to ablakwa wono ye swafo a wo hwe amanone sem so man mu currently ye wo wo no bebre no edidi akire na che emabun leadership no ahweya na ho na enyoma edaniafa Harrison survey no ene presidential contest 2028 edin a wode abai ebi wo ma wo surprised
amenyina kwanya yuso na menchia woni wahefo amenchia me bra penia ono na betum ofidwe mu me den chiasronko the people of Krachi East constituency in the Nnawotwe region
okay
na ma pa o ma cho say o mampeni MC nominee na wadiama the people of Krachi East Mr. Safun Ketia na no ye secretary edema NDC amanyuko wasa constituency hono assemblyman no ye di adesere de betu omanim say ombema no confirmation na confirmation na ye pe no 100% ma confirmation
sir
na wontimi nyina kuma mu emfa nya adwuma emfa ma Krachi East for and this and the assemblyman for no any assemblywoman ni obi a waye o to saaba ne bi no ebe make sure say ebe to aba bum e dia ma Mr. Safu Nketia
okay ya ba on so mame
pa cho me come asem so no so video se data no makogada ene ye nipa adwene people's opinion obia ne de wi ana adwen e kire ba omo de adwen kire na atoto numbers mu oma categorizing amana ba ye process data oma kire say we ena ene ye to about 2028 anka NDC 4 panel we ena anka MPP 4 panel we ena ye we eye data ne nyina ya adwen kire nipa dodo na adwen kire no mo aboa no amana ba ye data ba for me, I think it's too early when it comes concluding on this particular thing. I know say global info analytics are not concluding on issues now because they know see data as it stands and can easily change at any moment. There are so many factors are able to cause a change to this particular current data.
Okay.
A lot of factors can factor a bit to say maybe someone ubia say any of the candidates and then Idiaba can decide not to even contest for election or opt for that election at all. It's also a factor. Factor be bet Bahama, ebia candidate be a name, ebi omaye Soviet and figures yen ketwa was single numbers and then ni be bet ma wahuri akosoro. Na sema be down amount for akoma so opinions of people about the person no could change. Ama ebi obi a na ope we ope obi a way A tomorrow may like someone who is what? Who is B. And there are a lot of factors who can cause this change. Global info analytic here, we don't doubt them when it comes to credibility. They have proven beyond reasonable doubt. But with this particular one, I in person thinks it's too early. But omo dey assume omo so say every 3 months bia no e Soviet omo be. But what I think say they should have done more and they say looking at the performance of the current government. That one every 3 months is okay. But right now as it stands, say especially we in the NDC. So we shall say yes Soviet and they try say we and I say ya to aba na ya obelidi and we better so second away. If we are not careful, you may be destabilizing our government.
It's a saying.
In a way, say, Obian the type of politics I hear Ghana. Say, Obi starting who say this particular way, and a man for the door, I say, or so. Now, there will be that disconnection in coming together to work for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's government. Oberhena, a man for started the Anibi Home. Oberhena, where you say, we know you win for or camp we see a camp way, and some conversation no start to pay. The sort of unity Ghana for ashes so there will be some sort of disjoint in it. You may not see it outside, but under the carpet, it will be happening. It will surprise you, and that could cause our performance. And send everything. You might you deal with.
Say Dina yabobo. I was serving my HSA as soon as they ready kind. You know, be amponim so beba no or Nnawotwe Yi member bia. Bema sa crow ye no mo de be adwuma party ni mu no. E mo atete
na. To ase kakra. It could happen. It could work things under the carpet. That is why I think it is too early. So I think say Global Info Analytics should do us this particular favor by channeling that energy and I say the energy never call embodying and I say the performance of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's government so that you bet me ahwe no so e dey atoto nyoma ama Ghana afa no ntuma pafra where you kan nyina say Ghana ebe ye ama nyina ho ato ya ma sumde team ene yepe say ye benya the required development amana boy enitia ne ye den yeto aba but say ye yes say oh ena we ahura de kan ena we aye we ena we toso ena we aye we na ekopia se kra wotimi say na obi a sebi amanfo chante chairman general wakoda to na de the sort of signal at the property base no even front line no kora no there will be a little disjoint when it comes to performing in government. These people you are talking about, especially the NDC, ye ne wo abemi anoso ye ne wo se ye hwe day to day activity of governance ya sha say ye adwuma omo ato forcing enye ona na hwe yesika sem so Haruna Idrisu ona hwe yesuku sem ensem so honorable Okujato Abrakwa ona hwe ye foreign issues so na ade enti not to take their attention away from their duties. I think so we should allow it for now. At least say you do maybe the next 2 years now. All parties, party bia be sha say party reorganization. Party bia be sha say to aba. Party bia be sha say party leadership foforo. Obi a party bia MPP, NDC, CPP, DFP, obi a be yin flag bearer akwakoto aba. And that time we can have these discussions.
Okay.
But for now, me in person, especially to we the people in the NDC, it is too early for us.
Meda say Harrison Kwadwo Aba and Nnawotwe ne kadana ke. Survey 3 months after election. Ghana for who say Omampani Mahama ebo modern 66% na wonyaye MPP mu almost say omudi omhunu say Mussa Dr. Baumiaba ebeboa NDC for so ya da ne kura edin ayetete wabonten in all survey no generally who say
around that say number friends say the sampling also in part of say na
more than 8,000
and we are talking about 33 million Ghanaians not even up to 1 million into 10,000 and meeting me agya to my best say on increasing number no because it could be a survey no answer that my in I don't want to put like any good results and maybe is the early stage intina ama yehu de but me feel say sampling no or increase the number no na ye hwese ye betimi anya some accurate information because Any part 33 million, not 8,000 per se. Amount this information. To me, I was from Kakra.
Okay.
I was from Kakra. And the bad thing is, make us a positive or negative. Because 8,000 now, it might be say, yeah, and you're fortunate. 8,000 in Yenko for one more a year MPP for. I'm against the government. And I say 8,000 in Yenko for year NDC for pay a buying the oil. And I say even 60% a MPP for, and I say 60% NDC for. So if that is the case, now say Jumano akakakra. Me person me discredited obi bre awa bre and then a tour wako edienya this kind of sampling. But mesre say so much me increase if possible. Meaning say research come with whole cost. It's very expensive to do research. Such research, you know, you have to cover the whole nation. Meaning so call all the regions and so on. I'm not going to say the regions. Say cover all the regions and a particular regions be maybe no yeah. If so to me cover all the regions and so on, then we know what to say about it. But for me, and as we speak, you see our bonten yet the cost of form. On the NDC side, don't be some because it didn't yet here pay you know. You really say don't get here any your friends that you zebra. And I'm surprised that some play no survey in the report no me no muma could actually. But untimi nka say the water no I don't know no so tie we the nkrofo aka kire no enti ye hwe ni mo kwan oba ye side a
but memo ato aso ba no sample size na me kai say ahead of the general election global info analytics said the survey ni bebre no an ba ye at the time enam say say Harris na kasa no was say omo the credibility se ba no post undoubted because ahead of the election no post what they buy ye and the percentages of the Mampani Mahama so the bedim kurim ni nyina no ekwa there were doubt sample size is so any idea said they will can ya but results na e buy after the election no ekire ye woko USA omo population e was so pa but omo to me the small sample size a year survey maybe kwa no outcome no reflect survey na buy no it is about no sample size doesn't really matter outcome edeba ujetum
Abra and you to me choice. And I've given you my stand. What I say? And I have the right to decide on what I believe and what I don't believe. To me, they feel say, what the America example, maybe America, what Americans are expecting, and you know, I expect what. America for planning how at the next 200 generation, one more planning how to build the whole empire in the sky. And he would almost a research by Hanama.
If America to change,
fighting Galamsey crying to me.
Just last year ahead of the election. Ahead of the election. Surveys are global info by the sample size of fire. You only gonna.
I'm not discrediting global info analytic or more you. But what I'm saying is, first of all, the timing to me is of no use. Yanko your friend is a party penny be what you say. But almost more they do it on 3 months basis. And I just understand it.
Or somebody about swimming and Sambia.
Swimming and Sambia. Enti me born about who more my but me ubusame say sign me huna. Me hun is who na juma. Tienya no na juma.
Nti omo mo kaso stand Dr. Bamiako 2028.
Oba me party mu MPP mu a. Abna be kai. Me say mistake be am personally me here in 2007. I will not repeat that mistake again. Whatever research on be there will be back to be me. I am working for MPP. Say MPP see Abana near the neighbor. I will support Abana.
Okay.
I don't want to. I mean, pick side say midway and answer we. No. You don't be want to fight for the party. Into your party, Juma. And we need people like us, a party in the to run the affairs of the party. Oba party penny na odi candidate we na party penny for to the candidate and no na boy inform. But ye num bi ye bekoso agina ye koyanim ye sua enema of politics men pick any size in politics again.
But
me bibi
me da say me the way ye she Galamsey dey because I topic e wo oman mu for the past
say info no so e ka about Galamsey
and one asem na me be kan
and I was shocked
share the survey na global info analytic ye na or just 38% ye Ghana for ehunu no say Galamsey hu nsem no ase emu peja ano so ene adwuma wasa ban de gu akwanso no emu peja pa ohamu chichemu edu 10% eno mo de omo hunu no say say che say ye west kra ade say wasa ye wanwa and na 44% 44% so che
say ba ire nyina say ba ire nyina say
ohamu chichemu aduana and 44% che say ejina ba bi ejina enko ba bia emu ohamu chichemu aduasa nwotwe che say adwuma na ban di enchese na ban di gu akwanso no eye emamu peja say won betumi asa no emu ohamu chichemu odu che say asai kra baby e de agent enti de we na ye wanwa no na na ke
omam say asai kra no me edupe no
ba 44% ejina baby ejina
enti the 44 ne ka 10 ne ho ana is 54
won't be fan kan
44 ne 10 ne the same
ba ko say ejina baby ejina ba ko say
baby ejina na ye
ana me chese ba ko say ejina ho ebi meka ho eso ntie obi say bia beka ho amana say
omo say ejina baby ejina no baby ejina ne ye de eye enye enti ani asai kura na yepe
enu wo wadwenkyere
sa na kire analysis na da ho sa na kire edu si anye kura
omo se awesen
sa
tio awesen nje se asai kura emu aduana enan se ejina ba bi ejina enko nanim entema
baby ejina ne kire
enye me na mechiba ma global info
won kire ma global won kire ma mo ahwefo baby ejina ne de
ohwefo a o tie bi ohwe me na o tie ase
abene Ghana fo eto aba massively ede mampani John Dramani Mahama metimi akase sudua say reasons adodo na de to aba Galamsey fight said na agentre ha abena as we speak matese amakofibu a eteki so many initiatives so obeko ekon no the same amakofibu a minister ababonten say powers that being if reference stop no one say powers that being mampani aguvado ene mampani John na mampani ya breso na mu di ni nyina so akufuado se wono na empene men koso ene amakofibu a minister say the high rank profile people in this nation friend stop no in the high rank na hefo one na number 1 and number 2 no and number 3 and number 4 no so this is clear but me there be American when it comes to the issue of Galamsey I don't want to do politics with it because I mean ene yensu ni nyina esay ena ba bedru baby men call the northern parts of Ghana last month it's in about 3 or 4 regions Galamsey drew upper east now we share ensuo ba ko pa ye nyina ye dinya electricity akosombo dam that's the white voter and black voter sane emu de hina emay e wakosombo no is it black or white ema akosombo ensuo no whatever but abena udru suro ho a bibisa me ho say they start wa hanuma say yi so mo tisi nsuo isu a yewu yawo nyankopon no do man we because say efini start say ekọ ye machine ni mu akosombo a enkane is abe generator na ebe use
okay
we should stop this kind of dirty politics aye o man mu no criminals say o man no ye betena na apre dia to NDC na NDC dia to MPP na bonefo ni gusu di bone abena du se ye nyina ye sori ne ye kan ho bom se ye Ghana fo me dia foto obi ma mampani John Mahama said media coalition against Galamsey abena TUC for ekika mu hu nyina bo mu aye nyina demonstrate against Galamsey close to election no where are these people and I say no mo political game ade no matiada mampani ni NDC agigina mu say mampani akufuado and declare state of emergency ya dia konya na ma 3 months ni e dey na sini kwan so be declare state of emergency on Galamsey abena me bisa we should be serious as a nation eyade a say o man no ekum o man no and unim another researcher me global for so home de beba cancer eba oni padue ma how many years ne take answer na epia bonten the that was say after 20 years abana sign na yes akopie ba yere ekoto agbogloshi mu no And no cut 10% in one, not 44% in one. We got to be serious as a nation.
Okay.
Baby, I yet drew. Yen sorry. Na yen yin kambum. Masa kasa futu na mde mama mpeni ni wa me say. CDS appointment na wa ye no. Onfa cross on to appointment ne ho. So o man the next 6 months. Gardens wo nyina ni nti na hwese ni nti a. IGP mi amadam fowura ye hunu. Ah ye ne ma me afiri man na me so afiri ha no ma me so go state house. Ne ma ko jam no. Onfa cross on to appointment ne ho. All the security couples no from together. Near mom the probational period near the amamono. Mubenya yebe confirm mo a just say Galamsey ni stop. Near ready besi. Me mom takabaso initiative bi or the abase IGP and clear all the regional commanders and district commanders ni nyina.
Also on transfer on case on clear.
Clear for baby.
Enti all transfer.
Yeah, clear wo mo.
That's all clear on claim so on kote fie.
And
transfer and also Galamsey areas ni nyina no. Also on transfer.
Uko baby anu ot first no da so te ho.
But yen clear is all clear so on koi.
So on go baby fufuro.
Enti ka transfer na yen koi.
Me na me kan say ya tu also won tu omu nyina so mfiri baby om tete no. Non form ko one good step.
Mate. Na ke me da say.
Da bia sem ni hia to bo.
For no sima me.
One good step. Omo mani ko na nim na president so kan kire sampani fo we nyina. Sem nyina ma appointment na since ewiem. Until say mo de mo men no, me si nan ka de ye say CDS Ghana Armed Forces nkwa be manzu na ni ate. Mate.
Nana K and our tenant Kano Harrison Galamsey is survey your mode by 44% say jina baby jina, 10% is a say cra, 38% is I improving. Ojitum.
Galamsey na die. And once I'm na mebra can say better discussion na ebe on the young politics. And I think say it is true, but the fact of the matter is a leadership commitment to here. See leadership be committed to fighting Galamsey the particular cause. Decisions are able to take. You say any easy as you be kun Galamsey. Enya dey da form because obi atumi use 8 years. No one timi an kun Galamsey a ye dey kra say afi dey 3 months afi ne yaba.
We can 8 years kra 1 year. Man penny John Mama the 4 years started ye when timi an kun.
It you.
Na say Galamsey be jinsemu kra no. Na yo mampeni akufado apreso
enya no kre
ono a ono no ode no presidency ato on the line ono mbom na Galamsey ayeden agensa won na peso adenti na Galamsey in akufado's time abegensa because the president's commitment and the goodwill of people in government to fight Galamsey was not there, and it was a fact. It was clear in everybody's eyes to see. Right, Master? Oh, fuck her, ha kokumase, oh, for Osino. The first time I drew Osino Kron Masi, then I was hearing machines just at the side of the roads. Me tisi amanfue tu nyoma bi na me business e dey na ekoso. Construction work bi anas e mo say o Galamsey o. You see there na by say community mining. Aban na dey buy. And you see government introducing all these type of things, say community mining. Anya Akufo-Addo ya na issue just with the stroke of a pen. Issue a presidential fiat. See e bet me mining in our forest reserves. With the stroke of a pen keke. Executive fiat keke no wa order. Ya timi ama say na friend no. To an extent say Minerals Commission crowd and crowd abonte be chere say there was this particular mining company that was mining in a forest reserve called I've forgotten the particular forest reserve, but the mining company was Akonta Mining, which was belonging to an MPP chairman of the Ashanti region, Chairman Wuntumi. Aseme no mampeni ka fa ho. Okay, I say Chairman Wuntumi ana Akonta Mining ni bo ni bia. So it is the goodwill our leadership no work. We know say it is very difficult to fight it. And we all know people behind this Galamsey Act. But it is the goodwill of leadership. They said the way His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has given the authorities all powers to fight this particular canker. And you can see Muntaka and Co moving to the extremes to make sure say this particular program ya class ya
Harrison,
a goodwill of leadership.
Me samba.
Yeah,
many Dr. Eugene Henry Global Info Analytics, almost senior research analyst. Menenu wie na yenko. Dr. Hen me da se wanya botre atweme na ye me de wo wie e wo Galamsey ba bia ma bedri obi beka se Galamsey situation no eye gila no bia ni ehunu se dia ekọ this week here te se post ni akwakoto pitmu ahwene kwabra na wo mo ekọ operation but the survey no se 44% de almost gina baby gina and cost so a form 10% na ka se awosin and 38% say improvement eba asembe na mubisa omo na mo ankasa sa report we anasa results we ebokita no mujidi.
That's it. My main go back to sampling size na me nuane kan me nche ade ba ko me no bi mo nche na yamba Galamsey and
okay.
In research ye ka sampling size me nua ba say me no me nua wo kitchen da aye nkwan e dia serving ipa bebreda ye nkwan ye be ko dwoma kototo dwom ne omo ania ye ba e de san kese sisu ye nkwan ni ewie ewie ne e pese ye so nkwan ne hwa me ngi ndi say ye de nkwan ni aboya no ye fa atreketua bi sakakra bi na ye de gu ye tachere maso akere say entini wom ana entini nim. That is sample size. Epukasi e da ho ya e cover over 70% of the total air population no. Ye be say around sampling wo so a ye ntumi kofa poni ne mbala e de vortic bottle ketua bi na be kwa kofa sa vortic bottle ketua na so ye de balaba emu kakra bi ne be hwia ye mu ya hwehwemu ye wi aka say epono sei na wom. We entered all the regions in Ghana, 84 constituencies everywhere in Ghana. Any Ghana 14 komo. In the sampling size, no, the same strategy now kind of there. Last year, it was the same hula balua. This year, Akobana Santi and Fancy Wo. Now, Galamsey and Semna, ye come once and Miniaba. Ye share Embra, Yaman Penny, any lands minister, or the Gugu Aquemu, ye share any Nansians, police near Cotton Sum, any Amuka omo tu omo de tackle Galamsey sem no eno na ye bi se omo say ye hwe Galamsey sem asi start previous year basis abre mo hwa eho ahokeka sem no etesen ekoyie ana enkoyie eno mu na 38% say omo hwe senior Ministry of Lands keka no ho ene won omo ka ho a eso omo ye adwuma no omo mo ho so police for ni ade say wom EPF for ni ade omo ho agim na omo hwe ahokeka no wo soro eti Nnawotwe Dankwah kufu adombre no because ye heard Nnawotwe Dankwah kufu adombre Galamsey sensema ye bisa ho nsem na nkrofo kire se na etete apansam enu se nkrofo na na yakobisa omunde ya omo kire se omo hwe ahokeka na ekosoro nti omo hwe anim se daache bi Galamsey sensem no ebegina nti me nua ba question ebisa ya ne se mo hwe Galamsey sensema epeja ne mu anase ebrase ewo ne kwanso enu no ho ansa omo de mayen ene enso ye dia betudwa
Mate, Dr. Eugene Ahen, Mame Nase, and your brawanya, Amame, and Opa Bibi, and Ebesign about Hobium, or your senior research analyst, Global Info Analytics, among Como, and na Yedino, Yadibe, ye ewaha, na Yabeko next topic, Kansana, Yabekono, Harrison, who do want to see ye on ye Galamsey home Como, and the Savino.
Yamekana say, Omo Moka the 10% who says it as getting with an or some for no MPP for anymore.
MPP for
MPP for any moment. Also, we know could check him as uncle for me a typical MPP. And yeah, 10% because how will you say just in the midst of 3 months? No, in the midst of 3 months. Now was the case. NDC I was assuming office. I wasn't. In which way? Everybody know the state of our water bodies and our lands when we were under Akufo-Addo. Recently, I've seen some video. My videos be a bit more cry confirmation. You show no be kura ni asase eden, ani asase ete.
And the OGD.
Na engine this any video no atre. First one assign no atre any video ni hu. Say yakọ. So when people have started showing us videos, say Galamsey nsuo na nka asa aye milo. Toko milo tea na they say ani asase ete e vortic water. We need to believe say. Aye river Ngobra dey na kan. We need to believe. Oh no. There are some of the rivers that have been seen moving on social media since they say things are beginning to turn to normal. And yet, just in the space of 3 months, and you think we can clear this canker? We know how. You know how deep this thing has eaten us through. So if people have started showing some sort of examples, say, oh, Galamsey ne die, ye wono kwan so ayetu ase na leadership show commitment. Ni asanya nipa 10% say aginsem. At least anka omonka say ti baby esina, it would have been understandable. But to say aginsem, I would say 1% president aginsem. Those people are from the MPP side because they just want to mash it out with Akufo-Addo's government. Position
about power no.
Yeah, 3 months. Recently,
at the time we're calling on the president then on declare state of emergency because Galamsey situation no enye. Now about power now to be declared.
I didn't tell Oman Penin Breson, I didn't say I say on declare a state of emergency. Na jinse mukra. In a way, say not even even MPP party executives. There were even party executives who were involved in the Galamsey. So now, Omampeni named the way obeying, obey Sovi Galamsey. And a man better options. Omampeni, so who's one crop for best of Viga, now from call them to order. Who they declare state of emergency? Who declare state of emergency? Or moment to every bush, no? And also one, but when we came, I won't say no, yeah, state of emergency in the area, there's no problem. You bet me use all other mechanisms. I could find a buy to use one fans of the problem. Any best of the problem. And I started, so we must even commend the minister, Amakufiwa. For pulling all strings all strokes in a way say mbrante bia wotire no mo kwakwaya whistleblowers wo ye Galamsey side so
a job for the boys
ya training boys at least I was say Ghana for na yaduma so me Ghana for they need to work
and they mo say Ghana for yaduma ye
I was say Ghana for yaduma ye
no ma mo pa mo do me to police for
no o ma ye pa mo ye ma reasons in there pa mo
do me to police for
they make can say those people are some nyoma na a minister and editutu akwan mu a say we are coming to see the end of this mess no yade anka emwo say 10% na ekoka say aginsem
okay based on their work as na MPP executive say Galamsey mampani to minka ma memfa won last month ya 10 February na win ahemfo wo honom no wo mo cheso ma bane wo member of parliament ye NDC ni Oscar Ofori Labi say oye Galamsey na nanu makoka chese onte de ho ase intedam so na nanu nyina tena se abana ni so mu hia no ho onye mo mpibiem
obi a waye
enye nyina evidence so say mu declare state of emergency
obi a waye government appointee in the NDC's government awo engage in Galamsey ye be yi na free no post
nti da member of parliament or NDC
ye hwehwemu na ye no kore so ye Galamsey because we can't just get on here MPP for the other day anya ni account
maybe some hwehwemu na say
for sure I know authorities have gotten hold of this info no I don't have information about this particular one. But the American say, ye can obi a was MPP for party executive for Galamsey. I mean, nyame na makan. Your minister said Akufo-Addo shey na adwuma so on committee report from Professor Frimpong Boateng. And the American say MPP executive say ye Galamsey. Ye de nya na kan. Ono na ma ye ayi information say MPP executives are engaging in Galamsey.
NDC
it's a committee report
to the extent sahin for suspending no.
So that is it. Obi a government appointees. Sabi wo engage in Galamsey. I was ye in free to immediately. So we MP Kurana, we must give him out to the state authorities, no one deal with him. Because Galamsey there was here so. Young so was His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Obi a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Bamu. Why na adwen say obetam Galamsey so na gu ya ban animal ase a. Yes we be di kan gu na animal ase.
We see a party na ye den fa ho.
The party I will follow up on it and know what they are doing about it. I've not heard it.
Almost 2 months party.
I don't know. Maybe the party is the party or government is doing something on it. But me in person, Harrison Godjaba, mente. So I will do a follow up on it. Now better menka.
Me da say Nnawotwe Yi and I was ha Adom TV. Asempa 94.7 ye live e wo hodomo ye koye ni mo na ebre so be phone lines sa wutie anasa wo sha obetumi afre na wabam na ye bekọ akodi nkomo kakra ma menye ye nanake nkomoto ye nkomra okay ma men nkomra na afebe nanake ho na ye ntoaso ye ba ye behwe cocaine sensem alleged cocaine some Kotoka International Airport Reverend Intim Fojo allegations awode atum wokọ mampani atena ya anu ya omodiaba afa ho ene sese no akoye daring omo de Reverend Intim Fojo so fa na dance di akire se owo bibi information bi etese on fa mrameto abonten mampani ye se wama abedwakuo empanyefo nya hwehwemu yenim so ma se hwehwemu na se anasa akose he ene hu se filosofo su kwache esi echi abekasa ye bebisa se processes anke wo se fam no na hu po hia se ofosu kwache beba abekasa anasa na ko so otwen na hwehwemu no ekọ na wieye edi amegye so ene abena pokoa wenie beba sesia eka me ho meda se guso a eka me ho anopai Adom TV na wo hwe na watwi dwumadie na eguso de ma na sempa 94.7 utie ya da se wa join na baby a ya bedru no ye nsemtwofo nhia mu bi ekoso na ukomra se bedwa fia bedwa ko mo ehye bampo nsem so ranking member or se Reverend Intim Fojo and wode betu dwa se wiem semienu ya bako ye emed bako ye kavoka bako no kavoko ne ye kago ewiem sen na emed ne de I say ewiemu ambulance said ye bi na masasi so no ye wiemu de ebesi Ghana ye airport emed ne besi hanom be ye se enano dumiensa na cover kono so be se ena no enum na wo mo enti ase adwuma be ye ne o me be yiye wo mo susuem na betumi aba se na eye enubone ho dwade bi na ekoso ma wo mo de tumu se hwehwemu enkoso ekwa wi akire mampani ete mpanyifo bi a wo bo mo din se wo mo enye hwehwemu ewo ensemi ho mpanyifo a mampani bo mo din na kok eka ho no ye Narcotics Control Commission, Police CID, National Investigations Bureau, National Security Coordinator. Ese womo enka yira enti mfojo ho no mo enye ehwehwemu no. Sa hyase se enhyase so mo den krata akose enkoye. Yehu ya na yira Felix Kwati ofoso kasama aban kyese ode ayama ne bo betudwa ewiemuse no N823 AM med no cover no de beye ye adwuma beye ye beseye enchemu bebre wo wie kwa osan kato so kyese matonsa afre Reverend Intim Fojo so odwane otumi konkosia committee no ema ehwehwemu enkoso Reverend Intim Fojo abeyi no sanya no credit so be din krata bia bre no eho sama kwaye bebra no pai ye bedimo enkomo na yenti Reverend Intim Fojo ebra o yensem twofo hyem sema odi to dwa eni komodie bia eno ti no ababonten yenhye bimra.
Reverend Intim Fojo, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government.
Kwacho fusu say ambulance no ebe say but my mincha we free ho obi an frame nobody has invited me
committee be an frame
there be now security agency be an frame minimum 2nd April now someone who let am and I am sure the man the joint security agencies are President Mahama and the directive no more or share almost more investigation
what
collaborate no me sure ma say one more but I have to pass it through because as a member of parliament and I'm here ranking on defense and security defense and interior committee me dey far chairman so say, and that's how we do it. Anytime me summon no defense minister, that's the same thing I did. Me summon no interior minister, that's the same thing I did. And when we met them, we talked and we had results, and then we'll talk about some of them. And I mean they found the same. Yeah, NDC fooling nyina enya ntiase say yenya ne sa because womo so epese womo tenamu bi. Na nya say bia me nko na me womo kwa krosie na wi a ma ba bontia be ka me bi foforo. Afei yenya ntiase wie yi.
O chairman said that be ompene.
Emma ye tro ayi na. Afei yeti ane said da fia mepo ene NDC leadership no akwa block actual letter purportedly addressed to me. Up to now, me a copy. Up to now, nobody has even had the courtesy to even send me a copy of it. Say, we address the letter to you. And yes, now the firm I post on the social media handle. That disrespectful.
Apanya wote se odi kan kasa ye Felix Ofosu Kwache o kasa ma ban na wo che se Reverend Intim Fojo ensema wo yensem twefo di enhia mudi to dwane nyina no oni nyina so oni adansedie ba kokora obetumi di aba se wei enti na me ba bonten kan sa na wo kasa ye o mato nsa friends on fa na no yemra ene de owo mra o dwane dwane esan se oni hye na Reverend Intim Fojo di anu ye wei ebaye Maminimu enkomo na mesase wa Harrison ho. Harrison de ekoso a member of parliament de ensembie tudwa ese owo eye ni intel de wanyanie ewiemse na baye mampani abo institutions a yebeka som ye credible din so monye hwehwemu so mo asase so mo hwehwemu na se yenim Felix Ababonte se papa no entronko na odi wabesi mampani hwehwemu no kan ye no achi ada na wantwen as a party na hwehwemu na manwi ansa na ode de beba beto Abonte.
Sister Penny, where the main can and free Felix point and answer. Honorable Felix of Osukwachi a response now. I've been on in charge of government communication. And the Bibia Sabia information be able undermine the sort of confidence I Ghana for Edia share on my mua. A idea I was a Felix of Osukwachi adding. Say, somebody no cry, I was one fast, no cry no one. Enfam beden enfam betudwa ebi obi beka say ebia omampani ama directive say e was here investigations e wo asem na reverend ya trabonte ho and say ebia honorable fellows so kwachi eden abekasa banyame no kure nim say no kure wo ho a say no kure wo ho na say no kure nti yentena hwe no kure na ntoro
no kure na ye de wen
no kure na ye de honorable fellows so kwachi de ato
nti say na mo betumi ehunu no kure na mampani beka say hwehwemu nkoso nye den
oh ba say ebia after no kure na ye de beto abonte no say reverend eden na sama abetudwa nti wo say oboy na ye hwehwemu emfa na sama but why are we not all asking say reverend emfa na evidence amra reverend akoso aye claims ni nyina reverend ni claims na why allegations are why nyina one evidence awaka say sebe evidence yi e kire say this particular flight ana cover na say Ahmed no was carrying a cocaine and I say this was carrying gold or this was carrying drug. Now what the evidence be about? There has not been any evidence to prove that particular thing. And this honorable fellows of Osukwachi have information say plane yi aba. Now this one was from Angola. Now omo port no any particular system to meet the European market as flight in Bekoba or Bagana BS can and so those informations. Na odibe tudwa I didn't know more fun tudwa e was you on fun tudwa but that does not stop the security
country be na board Ethiopia
no
just want to be clear of the country
no ebia me na nya country no correct because the information I'm giving here is something I've read. It is not something I know. So
I want to be clear. Say Ethiopia or can
oh no I didn't say Ethiopia. I mentioned Angola.
Okay.
Sorry,
That's what I want.
I didn't mention Ethiopia. Yeah. I mentioned Angola. So what I'm trying to say is say no kra wo ho a yen ka say investigations into yen fa no kra nya the entry bonting that the truth can be brought out and investigations can still continue.
At the end say Felix Ababonte abeka de wakan ya wie na ono a pe ono an judgment akase reverend team fojo wadi ntro onia dance de bia wan na benya gidie say investigation mo bekoye no mo meka bibia mo meka de Felix abeka no a wan na benya sagidi
Vane benya gidie say
maybe say mekai say ebre koba say ye mama Cecilia abnada pa ebeto dwase yakohu sika bi ni fie OSP investigation na ekoso enkrata mampane di ba ye mampane kom so ogidie say bekwa ko wi akiri no na ne ho son a wafa ne ho di ye nim panyifo pinu akasa ye condemn say na sese mampani esi investigation nim ebe make such statements it is say o mampani akasa abo NIB police CID ne omo keka ho din say omunye hwehwemu a adena Felix enya botira masa institutions yi anyo madwuma nwie na ono adi ka beka say oboa odintro but we so san go back to the investigation say omunkwade biem na wo hwe so be ba bonten
the issue here na say asema me can say Felix bringing the truth out does not stop any investigation.
It's investigation.
You are talking about say Felix will put doubt in the outcome of the investigations. Say Felix will bring, no matter how the investigation will go, surely there will be doubt because of the allegations Reverend have raised. Then it's a Felix in Ukraine and want to say investigations in Baby answer what the Ukraine beto abontiana. So say Felix in Ukraine beto abontin. Felix in the president's tag for investigation. Felix have not been tagged to investigate. But to the mechanism what has here. So Felix has no upper hand. Honorable Felix of Osukwachi has no upper hand on the investigation bodies. These investigation bodies now president no bobo no. Almost wo 2 minutes on be investigate di no kura na be den. Abeto abonte. I don't think say the fellas they abeto abonte will influence what the security agencies will bring out.
Na obi what presidency what president na ho kasa mama mpanini na ban e be kasa do kra na media tudwa and one so said and the fellas say kan na ye no kra nti de nti na wo say science institutions we san kwose o mani sika e de ko investigation
because allegation because obi allegation
nti den man am investigation
and was so mo hwehwem and America say no kra na fellas they abeto abonte that does not stop the investigation from commencing and I said does not stop the investigation agency bringing the issue to a logical conclusion. It doesn't stop that. Don't forget, say it was not only the flight issue na Reverend Eye allegation found. He also made an allegation about a cocaine and gold that was found some time ago. Since they say asemna akoye yomu the basin. So all those investigations are in the pipeline that need to be done. And no fellas, honorable fellas of Ozukwachi, sister, sorry, honorable fellas of Ozukwachi have not mentioned that or has not giving any information about that, but near no over at his possession, which is about the flights, no, and then all the trouble thing. See no but that and American that does not stop investigation from commencing on the side of the security agencies. But about one thing, but
about to us so me kai sena February 9th and asa who containers 12 year na yesika dollars and ya Ghana cedi bondo we gum gold bars and at the time I'm me say suspected gold bars are more kwakwa say gold bars ampa me nyina ye issues are revenue raise here but Felix be address you know me giri say na Felix say information bia concerning sa sapema ready na or tell some more update Ghanaians na ye hu bia sika ne wo na ne dodo ye say na ye gold bars alleged bia no mo che na che no o ma hu no a so na Felix say wo interest ko benya some information no from national security there no so aba but as the focus was on Kotoka International Airport anyway I'm saying by you know to want take interest in others no
you have even answered the question.
Address press conference
you have even answered the question.
I don't know what address press conference awaya unfa bibi o kan ho asem address na we pick and choose
I didn't tell about pick and choose and they say no corner air available no dia tudwa
me da say
but the make no so what you say no corner air available no dia tudwa but one thing I am so surprised of say revenue you be me personally me bunu pa nti anka sa adwuma we be here say adwuma we be no ena nya revenue adwuma yes adwuma de wo mo
na wo say here say reverend so on evidence nti ade na ka
say what the evidence about
say here say
reverend the evidence about
ena wo say omo ye investigation to safre no be obi anfre no
but what the evidence about
on famre wona
honorable fellows of Ozukwachi won evidence yi na de ade awo
evidence be no
omo video no boy evidence of video no
evidence be no boy
oh yeah video no I don't want your video no
but the evidence
so you didn't take time to watch the video watch the video now watch the flight no 1 2 and no man ever flight
Reverend D can't do evidence
flight na sebe ye bie so no watch ne ewom and we even saw national security operatives with people who own the flight omo the flight na nam no ebiebie nneoma no so check what was in the flight what the bibie tudwa inti anka reverend so won asem anase owo no evidence how the betudwa anka odi atudwa dada but what reverend is engaging in is a mere hearsay twa woni me the reverend ye obi wo port wo keke ana airport wo ene won si plane abeto ho onipa no kura nim ne wo plane mu na wa frɛ reverend asha se den ebo na mane ena reverend asɔre akɔ den start allegations and these are just mere allegations with no evidence
kwajo mame na ase na ke
amina
mame tie wo
this issue is very delicate
yeah
I also deal with it with caution minu ya kan be about Angola say omo person omo fly ko international market na omo ni proper system nti no ba Ghana this are not kind.
Me too.
Ghana, you need Ghana Airways, you need Ghana Airline. Angola or airline. I need the tag. TAAG. According to World Data Information, I want to read the phrases here. Abena, Angola, also the federal information provided on the 13 biggest airports in Angola. Biggest airport, 13 of them. Another. Abenamo airline because the only airline of Angola is tagged TAAG Angola airline and approaches about 31 destinations. Hey Angola, my idea. On only proper system. Yeah, you need your proper system. Ye ni Ghana airline ba ku kura Ghana dia. Ye wo proper system. Ke NDC for ka kire yen say Angola for timba Ghana e be scan wo mu play. Airport scan is him. Me no want tell me. Me afa ho afa what to come for me ni be scan this. I scan
national security for ni. So when you national security operative.
Ah no, me no national security operative for anyway. Abraham das me national security operative said the all can. Teja national security for mo cause my this information. But you see, me just say NDC for call for evidence. Abraham my surprise. Reverend in team for Joe press conference now you know. So one should be kura na se went timpa. And then all the online say what Ghana and even international in Afa. O mama vivid information. Felix Okwesu kwache aircraft or the two abontin nyina Reverend in team for Joe ne di kan. What the name of the aircraft, the number of the aircraft, date of the arrival, date of the departure. What evidence do you want again? Evidence baby no more pay.
Okay.
Abraham me allege say wabna wabadum FM hane me allege no machira tade a wo bai na wo hye Abraham machira spectacle color wo hairstyle machira and I will say because I meant me anchire brazier bob nenti mama evidence una to me ni kuta kwa investigating you the color of the brazier what's the evidence bra evidence baby
na so na wo allege
no mama vivid evidence abetim dia rap na
but evidence a wo de ma me no gle obi a behunu say ewiem sen be si ha eni ade but eba no enema na wo wiem sen mu a ede ne wo mu
to me ni kuta national the president of the land and the security couples enti what the mamo ablaya ne can be say whistle blower eti mi hu se bia oba the custom angle na ka bi twam ka we me suspect say e bia yantua duty onimo that custom for akọchika no ni ya investigation what ya obekọ ba be free what ya anso a obetop up wontua ya obetua this is what is called whistle blowing
now we have whistle blower obey press conference be kasa hu be hu na Ghana for say
what I want you to understand say
evidence when
me dey say one kasa who can Reverend in team for your press conference and we say purported to be. It tells you say as at the time of your press conference no onim the content of onima ne wo playing him enti penifo amukuta to me no authority no mon konko hwehwe mu de hu de mai wo evidence be bim na ope
o ma hwehwe bo ma be hunu say ye Ghana ye niema e no de aba Felix said ya ba
supreme clearing agent na clear system no the supreme do Mahama Ghana mampani supreme clearing agent o ma to mampani akufo ado so a clearing agent no they are demonstrating supreme clearing agents.
What do you?
Enti committee no obtain some faso ni say. Felix ababe chirichirim. Presidency, Felix okasama mampani. Ti mampani do Mahama kasa. Wa chira Ghana fo ne ma na wo plane nim. Say investigation baby im na ekoso. Aw yes was investigation kro no. Ebeba be dane de mampani akan. Abena me bisaw.
Meet you.
Ebeba be dane no. We got to be serious as a nation. Me to the extent say even Felix say free Reverend in team for you say one can of correct. One evidence for the amount, one aircraft number. One man baby a 2-3 year back Ghana. A 2-3 Ghana baby a call ye, date arrival ye, date departure ye. What evidence again do you want? Eti kwa na kwahwehwe mu na tumi ni kutaw. Ni ehunu content kure wo mabena na onim say ba kokura ka ho a Ghana fo bebiri na anim. Within the period now aircraft in the Ghana yan yard mu ha no. Airport called blackout for 1 solid hour. Ye do my airport on Kanye nyina.
And you have evidence to that fact.
Oh, now they are public knowledge. One day.
Me too.
Why I'm some more fi akra na mo publish here Joy Online. My Joy Online for the publisher here. It's Ghana airport. Airport blackout.
Ebebo mo dia na ma find out they all can no.
When I'm reporting. Abena na dey dey betimi check it.
Oh, why not? I'm working on it. Why?
And Abena, let me emphasize on what I said. Me say within that period men can say plane in the bedroom until light call off.
Okay.
But within that period, na plane no, back could the 5 days, back could the 13 days. Mimi enu nyina scan we to the same day. Ghana for adwene do. And Trump is saying you need ready see a petty. They should tell us the truth. They should tell us the truth. At the end SE aircraft and the end the bag Ghana. ebeye den the bedi 13 days no obeye den the bedi 5 days no mo beye den abena one thing also channel so say when you say aircraft no ba kokra ambulance
yeah na nana ke me call myjoyonline.com no my joy online a week ago omo airport say dum so hit Kotoka International Airport aquantophobia e ba ye ne ade
yes stranded
na omo hianya poto omo ho a omo hu de omo ye omo ko ene ade nti but and related to say we send a baby and can you do ye this is the report I say
very emphatic say mentina we feed yesun country was a plane be di into ye dum light
okay.
But the American is a period na plane ni si Ghana yard mu no. Ghana experience blackout. I was airport nyame adom mufi ha na mo ba Ghana fu hu me kra mente. My joy online na me cooking kan ye. Say airport enkane nyina dum akwantufuo aka untimi mfa ba bia na bena unim what to happen. Nyame wadom na bedru from ba plane be sie. And I will bet nanti afema go through immigration. And son will be P arrival no. Abna say edum kanea. Wa hwe wuti be bobodan ma bobo nuye sama. I just hold na fa ko. I just untimi move. Enye kwan ye street. O fa ha ho masensan no wa fefa mu no wa wonwan no wa fa ha no wa kopia no wa sane fam no wa fosoro. Nya dum kanea kwantufo be den. Ti dia na ekoso. ECG for me my report. So the dia ni see ye.
Okay.
Transform airport dia ne blast ya na. Standby generators and then you collapse here. Because omu use their friend automatic changeover. Oko airport omu use hand changeover oko no wako change. Automatic changeover. We see na ECG electricity. Ghana a friend say electricity of company for light and call off automatically generate so. What happened? These questions are ye bisa. Enti are you calling for investigation, you know. Ye hwehwem. Ni hu de course so it is a fearless beka me fearless as mo beka yi with all due respect me ye training me entertainment me bunipa de obeka yi emu ohadodo ye too light de course odwom de course social media de course street ni so no some are even insulting him se Ghana for nyen kwala say investigation man penis investigation course wa ye nyina ye ntwa investigation report no na de American say konfubon nsi kuromu a abena wotimbi
mate nana ke me da
say omo hwehwem no omo my better because abena
nana
it doesn't send a good signal e wo mind we say
okay
baby de me hu ye country na aircraft ni free mu ba Ghana no ewiase nyina hu no omo de ya the notorious in drug trafficking any money laundering. What you say?
Gran Canaria, Spain. Okay.
Sa island in particular no mu free buy no. Okwa the campaigns e ho no mu guo.
Mate.
Enti in proper investigation be koso. Na clear Ghana din. Reverend team for job money away be ene de hin. Wa ma aircraft number, wa ma time arrival here, time e depart here, aircraft kro. Ko hwehwem. O say omo be scan plane no.
Na eba no scanning ho asem na Swissport se wo Kotoka International Airport a private company omo na omo scanning de ye wemse na ba no omo yes scanning no nti ye nye sa clarification se ye ankrankra dwuma Swissport na yes scanning no e wo nti nye Ghana be ka say Ghanaian minor edwumadie sa
yeah that's it
baby adru no say de okan da si die
say ja wa kra ba kwa mayen wa me hu company no scanning here no
okay
na ye hwe ni mu said was scanning here no so the scan report mbeto abonten e de mabu baby asoso konfubon isi kurumu a otimu bi enne ayidie yapam we ayi IMF say international bank sika omode me krom so omajai
ye no ho
you so mu creating money pamuni pe wanyu
mama ko Harrison once na beba ye rapport bo aten o ye security analyst anopayin wo so otie ye nti o rapport bo aten ye chewe bia wo bia mama nti o Harrison
no say Pobo aten Mr. Pobo aten ama thumbs up say me ma a very good information
but opa of be my Mr.
Allegations are Reverend Fojo na no na me bra peni asa to aso no pai
the evidence are there. Go and investigate it.
when you talk to them, they are like the evidence are where? Evidence no way. Evidence be no more media tuja. How can you tell me say the name of a flight and I say the number of labeled with a flight is an evidence for what? Evidence for what? That is the question. What you say me can say me say plane free Angola. What you say me say plane free Angola and a better scanning you even give a proof to that. Now that Okoye can say Angola has a robust system, but he has forgotten to give us whether that particular scanning can be done in Angola airport or not. Meboa, what me must have proofs no.
Me too.
What me must have proofs no. That particular scanning no me Ghana. Ama the Angola flight, amity the standard of the what? European market. What me must prove say that particular scanning can be done in Angola. Ghana. He has not been able to give it.
What scanning the bay? Which particular scanning I can
want me evidence. I'm coming. No, when you talk, I was very respectful. I gave you all the time to speak, so I want you to accord me that same respect, please. I beg you in the name of God. So the only thing they are engaging in is mere allegation. You see, one of the problem of the MPP is they think say Kasa say near two. So they are doing everything possible to solicit for base. And that is the only thing they are doing, just to throw tantrums in the air, make sure say the government of the day looks odd, and make sure say the government has problem with the people. That is the only thing they are doing. The fact of the matter, and I say, and no anajo, me come bra penny fi minimum fi permit ni fi anim ho pay.
Why is it okay?
Na car black be ewura ho.
Why fi me?
Benz be ewura ho.
I'm not talking why fi.
Registered number na 122. Ono so man metere ade e what's Benz no. So you see, when I make this type of allegation, please, I'm coming.
On a private facility.
Please, I'm coming. So I come out with this allegation. Then I tell you, say I've given evidence.
Mate.
Logic way free.
Enra Felix Ofosu kwache e kasaye e wo ekosi senjumadie so. And statement to make ya a raise concerns and say investigation no omo to sana mo no na omo de revenue for jo aye test case say to them no omo no say oni enyina so bia nti o kan sa keke no chese omo pese omo ya chese ampa woni hye na sa wo sechi no mo ti no eni ade no okasa bebre no does it mean say yen hwehwemu say yen hwehwemu ahu no kure wo mu say eyampa say baby boni bi baye ene wo mo ka na say mo ye say ye chechiri sa gunachi woni hye allegation na ya pam na no say next time mo to make
baby boni no fan to dwa
sanity
baby boni no fan to dwa say baby boni bi baye you see you should even recommend the government for doing a good thing. Say John Dramani Mahama coming out to say state enter into investigation. Have you seen that in the previous government? Have you remembered when Sami Jefi said something about
have you more calling for investigation no e one Felix said free ba say enye say investigation say any brain investigation e hiamu ne mo pesa mo de reverend team for joint test case say oni unni evidence e mekasa
and that's only evidence what evidence ben was na there as Felix honorable Felix kan entro there what can you evidence ben no and I say so you should even commend the government for doing this. Because if it was in a previous government, and can you be arrested in team for job in a Rambo star? But here lies the case. We have tell him to cope with the security agencies and provide the necessary evidence. Have you not done better? Is it not better than that of Nnawotwe Yi? You remember the case? You remember the case of Sami Jefi?
When he made relax, Mama Harrison. Mumma Reverend team for Jobia letter say. Omra na omebo investigation ba yera Ofosu kwache on record e kase mama letter na wodwane dwane
honorable Felix Okajan kase mama letter
also my invite no
that is so invite your man letter
it will invite no saying
it could be oral invitation
na or no reference obi am ene nya oral
it could be one kase mama oral invitation reverend say mama no official invitation sa na okai Reverend some man enti say Felix even Reverend
Sarah Patrick betumi eti audio no bi ma kama ni beje why enti un say me quote
man on this issue be me the same thing already can kasa on it and I bad was time on it
Harrison for no sima me
the American say we should even commend the government for doing this because if it was in a previous government or a previous obiamambumu in the case, you remember the case of Sami Jefi when he went to
my share meba my share we Seattle
but my mincha we free obian frame Nobody has invited me.
Committee be unfrel.
There be now security agency be unfrel me. Minimum 2nd April now. Someone who let them. And I'm make sure the joint security agencies are President Mahama and the director.
Bebato otse ya also be unfrel no. Obi ama no invitation nti Harrison baby ade ko no nyesa no kan yenko yenim.
Was obi ama no invitation.
Obi anson frɛ no.
Obi
it said because utie de Felix e ka say o ma invite no and I watch it.
Felix okay, mo Felix e dey so say wa ka say o ma invite.
But on this note, would you two say the kind yes na Reverend for your kind?
Say then.
So say bia ya ma no official invitation say letter o mo frɛ no enye sa no kan.
Obi inviting me.
Bisa question.
On tia say that.
Okay.
Oh no, I just want to understand. But you know they can call you orally.
Felix and come on nana.
My volunteer become me before.
Reverend Intim Fojo, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies.
Say fellows kwatio fusu dia wakane brofo ni nyina ne se mampani mpanyifo a institutions obodin so monye hwehwemu no o ma hyase na enam se Reverend Tim Fojo eni adanse die bia wonsam ode beto abonte ne hunti no omo to nsa omo invite obi a na chese ya to nsa frɛ say evidence awo no fabra omo to nsa frɛ na fe de wo se asɛm na okan no wanka ne se ono nko na okan ye ogina eye abedwako na oka ho o mrase bedwafe na namu na okan asɛm no so Reverend Tim Fojo so obi invite no obi an frɛ no obi an ka hye Harrison for no simam ne enko yanim timpacho yenko enti koti dia onipa naka de won kan ye men kan hye da no yenko yanim.
Reverend Tim Fojo claim say yen inviting no. What shows even it is true?
Na de ono so kasa o ma invite de na chese no kre.
So even in this case, Obia won't me provide the evidence. I
want asama Felix say kasa o ma invite na wo jana no. Or the letter bia beto abonte say ye the letter command Reverend Tim Fojo eda say na wo jana na wa prove bibi.
I say one for letter bia beto abonte.
Inti de na mane or say Reverend so the intro. So mo mienu nyina intro na.
Oh no, what I'm trying to say is say there may not be any official invitation. There may not be any official invitation. Maybe there may be a normal call invitation, a normal call. I actually say, there may not be any official invitation. I actually say, officially say.
Abna, the message say, in your nom NDC for Omonteki or my way serious kakra. What you say? Reverend Tim Fojo, a ranking member of Parliament in terms of security. What am I saying? Interior and security. And to say one bad one thing when first before in affairs minister, what's the name? Okujetwa Blakwa. Etna TV so come intercepting. It
was intercepting documents.
Intercepting.
No, intercepted.
What is
say? Intercepted.
Say the wow kind. Say unia penny in me. Udi bua mame. Saka sana kind of mood to pay you. Say one tiasia. Refer to your own words. My intercepted. Yet you boo man. You also investigate. The only quasi investigate because be one man just mere allegation in here politics. I've been out here say. What they say? Security agents be invited. Your friends say, "Ukuja to black was one of an evidence because so because we allege on a certain claim, sir. Abna ne allege na wa allege no, and no now the investigating into the matter. What you say? So a medical man clear every year friend say example. Some say abena badwuma mu hanom ne abena baaye no me suspect say abena atade anehye no omai we gold ehyimu ma kire watade anehye abena ni spectacle ni three star ni nice red shoe anehye no to me ni nsem se metimi akọ na this scan machine akọ fa abena ho ba bia gold ni hye cause abena wote ho no wote ho so ye
Enfamin kasem.
Farisi kasem ni nkwe. What you say said the abena ti wote ne to so yi. Na aka kire me say Reverend team Fodro no omra no omes scan ni abena no wi and then o de bena mo wi a e dey investigation na mbesa ebiem. Abena what ma say?
E no mo dia beto abonten say de na wo wiem se ni mu nie. Dia tudwa. Adna mo doubt e.
Do ti beto abonten no. Say me contradiction e cause one enti ase e.
Dia wen ya.
Wo man pani say what committee so mo investigate.
Na nto mo nyo adwuma.
Committee ne start adwuma was starting po. Man pani asa soma ni spokesperson so me kan kire Ghana for say craft kura ye kan wasem re kura no. Ya hwehwem hwinim. Boxes so tomatoes na ne edi free ayi ba. Ene edi be pie o man mu. Hwinim enti revenue team for na first of all, ne ntra we twa ne de hin. Aircraft no de man na Ghana. Abna ama. The answer is ebaye. O mark it correct. Number no the two just say aircraft in the number no. Mami abena say no. Number 2 correct. Another evidence or the man say Baku di 5 days for Ghana and also correct 3 points. Was some other evidence said the second one also di 13 days and also correct. Based on this information, abena obi an ni abere so obeche krofo na enokure say bibi na even the am say Reverend team for do say esre mampani so all my yentwetwam na yenhunu adekode the content na war aircraft nim ne boni awaye ne de hin
okay
abena mienu osan de car ho
mate maybe phone line
sika containers also the camera me fan so
maybe phone lines no waka sent
e ba sa say me do man me about 10 minutes man ne kan abena mo so makwachi containers a gold ni ayi sika dollars gum I want to say how many containers 12 containers abena ye what 12 containers are dollars gum o man mo be ba man e dey mo fa ni nya IMF koi
0302211702
Gold container abena wa ye
oda asiedu mache
Am I white?
Asiedu oh utie wo ho me se wo ba ya na wa lower TV set na wa yenya fa wa lower TV set na yeni nkomo e wo ha na lete ho asem a ye kanra wo te se Reverend Tim Fojo e kan so ne san kan krata bia na so hu se honorable Nelson da Famapo akoposti lete se letter ye dia invite no e wo Facebook a wono ankasa no ne nsa enka lete bia etisa ye be san aba no so me mo achen kiss me se she be kwai
Sister Abraham Pastor Majoso
mami tie we
Sister Abraham wa ho fe dia kwa se NDC fo amamu e kama papa da bia ho fe na biedi Mamentia Master Ahmed or good buyer I was Shibekwa a yepeges abrotana so pe or boy juma ho.
Okay.
Sister Abraham na 7 penny for say ukwa bisa na etu nkoto je ni pe na atu na agina tuo. And so anti before the atu money abribirim. Yansha yewra Mahama 3 months pre yansha de wa Ghana. Yansha tax omode to Ghana force or ye betting tax. Ah me honorable accuse me mitiminya me bet bi na me hye na me twa. Na sa anto a abani ma me bi. Ba me didi a abani timi tibi film. Yansha omanpayida ibi nyina afiri ho. Just Abraham be ya dance first not me 500 cities eco market.
Okay. I kiss me a brain or 2 bar bonnet tell mama me that say 2 p.m. matching.
Make you also be near Baba Baby.
Now free.
2 p.m. Oh, we have already 2 p.m. at
Uncle.
Oh, said be our crime message in Indy. Now, Miniaba, Mamini Kamo about so now be a honorable King Zuba. What they say the owner came a boss, mayor. Oh, Kumase, Mamenchiano. Mini aba he ye besere NPP form ana minim. I said they want to tarnish the image of the sitting president. Minia ya to about you. I think after election can no campaign. Adena mama yem nyina yem fa ye support and support his excellency Goodluck Obama, John Dramani, Trump, Kwame Abebio Mahama. Ema ni nya adwuma na container ye say na container eno ebe ye aduane dia na. Masa Ghana we should be white enough. Yenya dirty politics na ye no. The papa no beti ya. Ke betting tax bi na bi ba on ka ho asem. Well, Papa, yes, my young support. Say by September.
2 p.m. Me da say Breno sa into one monitor wa Jimmy you free so. Enoke wa bo apa mache.
Aba.
Enoke.
Abraham sa fi wa mama ngasa.
Enoke wo. Okay. But muso betumi afre. Yayira mache. Yayira.
Enya ba ne dikan ma mentia na nake na mentia watifo ni na mentia ni moyamfo dwombo ni moyamfo awakumsi kamin chama in kamin mo organizer de dikan se wo hwe niam ekoso na ye nyina me de meka NDC na MPP mo menja pien diem no se wo ye Ghana ni wo yusu like wo bibia na se de ma ka kire ye se like ya minya ba wuti ono na wo yusu bibia Ghana hakuba bia mi kundo man kurukura ya mi fili ofisia bia ni da like bako obi kwefra wakra se mo like na se obetra ho na aban nya ma ya kra ni timu mi so be yusu anya ho faso no ye timu ba ka kire Ghana for se ade no obi abefa abra me prapo me nya ma ba guta mahabwa
Okay.
Agent me timu for me pemi ko you bia wo agent
Me da se papa Enoch we nka me topics ho anopai enti de yedi ho komo ha oba ye limit ye ho to de ye discuss me mo atin o Obama
Ma bra nya me aso yen kama na no pe
enka ho so yeti o
ma bra Obama die because every sumu me na kwenya de ma menti aja fati a oba is regional women organizer na be tia aye former MC woni Jaben South honorable Ika project ono so ba national chairman akopon sha no ke ebere bi atwem okojetu abrakwa o mapene kufado etukwan a otimi de no budget ebeto abontin o de no information ebeto abontin enne wenya power not enne reverend for the former deputy education minister kasa and the information to abonti amo man allegation say on for evidence and better abonti o evidence that going to me in better time some no come abonti because Ghana want to mean kasa trash aga without evidence all evidence is error this answer na betu ja people say am pa say ko ke bia ba Ghana no esa ko abotira na go bonti
Madam me family last call as pincho matching
but watching Adom TV mbuni ejuma pa woye me for akoye na me magana for inachi ejuma pa the Adom TV wo magana for the in fact ye so papa na me for akoye na minchia oye infantsman oye newly appointed MC oye Eric Stanley Aqua. Now, me pacho NPP for Webetna TV da. In some of the on Bogana for. So obi the aircraft abanes or their coach. My casa one am yen dumpo in Yamoruma. Nan yen stop cast you should. Naked plane baba none of the of your far mana Mahama Olubunwa. 1 5 pound support Ghana. My NDA. Na ye hu de ye kwe na mo case in fact on boy in Ghana
Mr. Beda speech to me for phobia biem but ma men call Harrison ho na Kenya but Harrison nema bia mo ye in opposition na musro se beba be hante muti ne nei obia be kasa na say mo pese montata no mo dia asase wo reverend team fojo so na say bia allegations bia mo opposition mo keka to mo a na mo amunim se no kre bia anim ekowi akire edi bone betare abandada ne ho no eno bia mo pese musi ne kwan na
me 1 or 2 allegations bia
ewie mo na nam se ma padi dware no mo tumi de document bi ba kire eso ko amubu amode ba
minister response na o my Dominic need to response na o my based on that Omampenifa aircraft for apart from the Falcon 900 na ye wono.
Omo buy Falcon 900 this go. The bia mo the private jet number. O de mo nkoso ntwa Ghana front row sa. Mampeni ba wafo Ghana plane leader.
Na ho hyehyere was ask me kai.
No Mahama be dey brain. What took kwai kwantu watu nyina ya aircraft.
Se no kure bia nima.
Onyan sa atro na mu.
Se no kure bia nima. Dominic need to will not come out to respond to Okuja to Ablakwa. Trying to now Dominic to crack and
trying to say so hearing
to justify say it is good say Omampeni be use aircraft for two of us. Dominic to be yes sir. And that is the problem of the that is the problem of the
it's mobile now Falcon 900 and need state
say you use Falcon 900. I'm telling you he is using the Falcon 900. The last time people complain about using the Jata jet and all kind of say I feel no more access the state of the Falcon 900 two of us Felix Ofusu anya fan to dwa. When you go to his Facebook page, ubehu edaho. Was your assess the Facom 900. Na so mu wi a Oman peniri ya na wacha che use Facom 900. Ye di to just use Facom 900.
Odi akokro be.
Ah waja jata you know.
Odi akokro be.
Jata jet no. Enti the problem of the MPP. Let me bring you this to your notice. MPP focus say obi a wotwa ni party. Obi a wotwa ni party. No, obi a wotwa ni party no so obedaya. The question is, no, I'm coming. What do the MPP know with this flying of jet things that we don't know? Is it that one more time and not jet bar, ekobana di cocaine, ayina de bana? It's a question I want to ask.
To be very honest with you, when you yat na hanuma can say, Okuja to claim now where nano could be the man and minister may respond.
Yes, he justified it.
He's just confirming what I say.
He's justifying.
Claim a reverend in team for Juariano. And Ukrebi or Muntina Felix of Fusuka responded. That's the simple analogy of the May. No Kure Womunti and a Felix of Fusuka.
No Krebe.
I responded. Now, Abra, yet your maimu. I think just last 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks ago, one to see a chick Kena, a good setipa trokumu from the western region under a first John Dramani Mahama's regime. He said, we koso, besine, nipakura track ni yani dia yente hwasem. Investigations are kusi yente ye. E di bi kura pie mo ayatete. Ninem social media, ninem prom say even confirm involved. Some of them are even NDC for.
Okay.
Yente hwasem besine. Aircraft asambe piso. Kwa investigate here. Was mean kwa investigate we na abwa. Where you
investigate.
Ghana for
is given a wrong information.
Ghana for more than
Yangasi investigate. President has given information.
Supreme clearing agent. Abeclair.
Was he investigate?
She him. And Ghana for more too much.
Was he investigate?
And this is for catch and say, claim na Reverend Tim for Joyeno. Ayantro the answer she him Babene. And penning for say, and yet thou better butcher so frown. Yes, I had an empathy BC. But see a catcher in this for say we will not keep quiet. They can intimidate us.
Continue to talk.
No could be a behu be a betuja. Brought to be a behu be a betuja magana for whom. And ye trying the investigation report now a bebano. Every information and Reverend Tim for the atomic.
What's investigation be and also try the report?
Every friends information be on here biano. Reverend Tim for the atomic. So also mutu kwan come baby a plane the coin baby free by no monko. We should know
that by what Reverend for your information there be enough.
It's enough. What do you want?
But so say one legislate bibi woman. Suspect say ye cocaine na e yendu bonia.
That is
proof when.
That is proof no dey ma airline to go to Reverend for you. When the police in you.
Me that say.
When you see ID ni. And when the national security.
When you see ID na
or your ranking member.
When you see ID na.
Ablen. O man you will be friend the Whistleblower Act. Act the Krasama reward.
But and
no umet
na bedwam me
bro. E me bro we say no. Yo ye kan throw bebre. Ye be cause
what dey approve. Say Dominic Okrabeka say no president hide
every day.
And that's one because Ghana for from some fathers.
Ye be ko.
We dance the beba.
That the Reverend Tim was on ready.
They say why the Reverend Okuja to abla.
Me that say mama na ma say Ebramanya e dey aka me ho e wo ha. E dey am so. Ene abena kokoa. When Nana Kwajo Yeboa, a MPP communication team member, Nana K, and Harrison Kwajo Abba, a NDC communication team member, Pennyfui, and a Kameho, Dr. Eugene Global Info Analytics, one no a year or more a senior research analyst, or kind of home, and my Disa and Kobuyi. Mother was a so Jibre, a shame, Ewaha. Now, TM so was Semper 94.7, Medawase, Madawase, Amamo, and a share. My crowd production crew Nina, Sarah AC, Walla. Just say sound, camera, light, saying, and setting munina, Yadamasi, Yakra munina.